안녕하세요 여러분, AlienCafé입니다. 박수. Yes. Look at where we are today. Look what is behind us. Isn't it pretty?
The perfect library ever.
Yeah, I have to say it's very pretty.
Ow.
And what are you doing?
It was flying.
Oh, true. So we got our milk teas with bubble teas. Because
both same, no?
Yes. Because we wanna talk to you guys about some questions that I guess everyone who wants to come to study to Korea is curious about. So we thought this would be a very informative video, and we wanted to record it for you guys. And what a better place than actually in front of our library, which is like the most iconic place here in the campus.
But the one that I never used.
Indeed. Yeah, because of Corona you cannot just go in.
Yeah,
and
we like to
sit
sit
with your
together.
friends.
Exactly.
So without further ado, let's get started. The first question is, how is the grading system in Korea?
Yes. It's not like an original grading system like most universities have. Like in Turkey, mostly, let's just say around 90 to 100. I don't remember the exact gap, but you get like A or A plus or something like that. But your grade does not depend on the other student in the class. But here,
yeah,
you can get even C with 92. You know, if the others were all 100 points, you can even get C.
Yeah. But I actually think it has an advantage though, because like like in Spain it's the same even for university, I guess. I didn't attend university there, but anyway, like on a scale from 0 to 10, 10 is the highest one, right? We don't have something like GPA A, B, C, D. You just have like, I actually don't know, but anyway, as
maybe
you said,
it changed from college to college as well, like at least in Turkey.
But anyway, here in Korea, as Selin said, it depends on the actual grade and the average of the class and who got the highest grade and what that grade is, that you get A, B, C, or D. So for example, you can get, in your final exam, you can get a 70 points out of 100, but if you're the highest grade, then you get A+.
For sure, yes.
So that's kind of weird for us in Spain, but
it's good because
it's
I
actually
remember good. Like when I was in Turkey, when I was studying, I got like the average, like 50. Everyone got 50. You know? But we all failed. We all got an F.
Well,
so
what can we do
here?
Yeah, I think it's good. So let's
go to the second question.
How many credits do you have to achieve to graduate?
130, at least in our school.
It changes from program to program. Should I call it program? Department. To for example, architecture is more than 130 credits.
No.
For software and for biology, 130 credits.
But it's not all your major classes.
Indeed, that's the next question actually. Can you explain it?
It's like only 60 to 65 credits are coming from your major classes, or like the selective major classes, but the others are like you have to take English, I don't know, philosophy, or like BSNs, like basic natural sciences, like physics, math, or I don't know, biology, whatever you like. There is no like, oh, you have, if you're an engineer, you have to take this, or like, you have to take that. Of course, maybe sometimes they have some like necessities for some classes.
Yeah, some prerequisites, some mandatory classes,
but not always. You can choose whatever you like.
Yeah, so that's it. That is actually very, very different from Spain, because as Selin said, like only have a little bit more than the half of the credits we need to get. Those actually like don't come from major courses. Because like here in Korea, in your first year, you are just like freshman. You actually are not into any program. You are just into a department. So after you complete your first year, which is like very general, like it's just like a kind of way to reinforce what you learned during high school. And it's not until your second year that you actually go into a degree program. So for example, in my case, last year I was natural sciences. And after my first year, so that was like January this year, I got to choose between all the degree programs that were offered in my department, and I chose biology. So in Spain, you don't do that. You just like, okay, so what do I want to study? I have to apply, and if I have the grade, then I get in.
I think it's more like American style, because like I know like the colleges that have USA style in Turkey, like for engineering, first year they have all like same classes, like the basic calculus or like I don't know, physics or chemistry, and then on their second year they choose if they want to study like civil engineering or mechanical engineering or chemistry or whatever. But for me, I was just in my major from the beginning, from my first semester.
Yeah, because your department is just
software.
Yeah. And I actually kind of don't like it, because only 65 credits come from classes that are biology related, and the other ones are like classes I don't really need for my field of study, you know? So it's like I may have to take philosophy. I love philosophy, but I don't want to see it in college, you know? I just prefer to see other classes that are biology related. But anyway, it's just because I think Korea follows the American style, which is like all around in education. So you just mandatorily get to listen to classes that you actually don't want to or don't need to. But anyway,
like the must courses for Koreans and foreign students are different. Like for example, I know all Koreans, they need to take English writing, English presentation, or like debate. But for us, you can choose the one you want. It's not like mandatory for you to take.
Oh, it's not mandatory.
No, we're taking because first it's easy, and second
it's in
like,
English.
We just want to fulfill our credits, you know, by like taking easy classes. But for them, it's a necessary class.
Oh, I didn't know that. What is 수강 신청? It's war, guys. 수강 신청 is war.
Yes, it's the hell day.
It's like, okay, so tomorrow is 수강 신청. We gotta go to the PC bank.
At 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 8 a.m. I don't even know, and I don't even want to remember again.
Oh my gosh. So 수강 신청 is just it's a way to fight for classes, because classes are limited. They have limited spots, but you want to listen to a certain class. So you have to apply for it. But obviously like 100 people is going to apply, but only 20 spots are available maybe.
Yeah.
So you're out.
Exactly.
You gotta be like first come, first served.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And not every year students have like the same capacity. Like first years usually the ones that have the most capacity for like BSNs, you know, they have like, I don't know, 50, 60 empty spots. But when you're second year, only two. I still don't know how I got the class. But
yeah.
It's only two.
So usually Koreans just like Koreans and us.
We fight for it. Like, we fight with them.
You go to the PC banks because the internet there is like very good, and then you are just there waiting to get to your classes. You click, then you are in or you're out, and then you go to the other one. You click, and that's how we do it. We'll have to do a video about it someday. Can I graduate late?
Of course.
Yeah, you can graduate 1 or 2 semesters after the time you are supposed to be due. So you can extend for 1 or 2 semesters. I think you cannot extend for more, at least in the website. If you look for it, you cannot get a 3rd semester. And that really puts a lot of stress on you, because 130 credits are a lot of credits. Because for example, labs are only 2 credits.
If you want to like graduate on time, you have to take at least 16 or 17 credits per semester, and the maximum is usually 18.
Yeah. So those are like 7 courses, an average of 7 courses a semester, which is a lot. Like it's a lot.
You have to get 5 or 6 classes for sure for every semester. I mean, you can always do summer or winter classes.
Can you explain that, please?
It's like 2 or 3 weeks program. Like you just see your class like the whole semester in only 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So it's kind of hard. Like you have midterm and final every week, you know. So you have to finish the whole semester. But if you think you can do it, it's a good opportunity.
Can you speak louder?
If you think you can do it, it's a good opportunity to do. Because like, why would you want to take 1 more class in the semester? you know, like you can just take on winter and just be done with it.
Yeah, as long as the class is relatively easy,
Exactly.
you can just do it in 3 weeks and you're done.
You can take if you failed, you know,
Mm.
to upgrade your grade.
Let's go to the next question. Oh, this one is interesting. How many clubs are there and how do you get in?
A lot.
There are so many clubs for
So
everything. There's an actual club for like brewing coffee.
Yeah.
There's a club for brewing coffee.
There's for everything.
Can you please explain what your club does?
We're like, I'm in one of the student clubs and we do like more DJ or like party organization kind of events, like for festivals or like clubs, you know, that kind of for us to have fun. But now because of Corona,
It's so sad.
don't do much, but we still have our plans. So
Yeah.
we'll do something fun, I hope. And like I know my friend is in one of the clubs for like making robots, cars.
Oh, robots, yeah.
You can do your own car with your other friends in the club. Or if you like, I don't know, hip hop, you can just join the hip hop club and listen with them or make music.
There are so many clubs. You have no idea. There's
So
a club
many.
for everything.
Like
I
for
promise.
archery, for
Yeah,
coffee,
yeah, for
reading,
tarot
for
reading.
tarot, magic.
There's like
Oh,
a club for everything. I promise. Like you have one hobby, there's gonna be a club about it for sure, for sure. So in my case, I'm actually into 2 clubs, but we don't do anything yet because of Corona.
Corona, bro.
I'm into the dancing club and I'm into the orchestra, but we cannot join because you know they are very big group activities.
Normally,
And-
you just like have to practice every week.
Yeah, you
for
have
shows, you know.
Yeah. That's what we do. At least for the dancing club, I know that. Like, I've heard that sometimes you practice like
Hours.
like at 4 a.m. because you have an event, you know. So it's actually they take it very seriously here, the club activities. I really like it. And
How do you get in?
in my case, I saw a post on Instagram.
The school's
and
Instagram.
It's usually
really
like a
helpful.
Google form, and some clubs have interview.
Some don't.
Some others don't have interview. I wasn't interviewed for the dancing club or for the orchestra,
I was interviewed.
but she was interviewed for her club.
It was.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Let's go to the next question.
Next one.
Are all classes in Korean?
It depends on your major, but
Yes.
also no, because as I said, like we have English classes to graduate. You know, we need to fulfill the credits. But there are some majors that like 100% English. Like me, I'm studying software, and all of my classes are in English, so I don't need to take Korean classes. But if you want to learn more, like take more classes, more fun classes, to be said, they have more opportunities because there are more Korean classes as expected. So if you know Korean, you can have like a fun semester, you know?
Yeah, indeed.
Because no. Even like let's just say you want to learn Japanese or German, but the class is in Korean. So you need to know at least, you know,
Yeah, of course. I mean,
a level of Korean to understand the class. But even if you don't know any word of Korean, you can still study because, as I said, there are majors who are like 100% English.
yeah, like I know people. I know foreigners that are in some English major. They don't know a word in Korean, and they graduate. You know, like at least for our school has 2 different tracks when you apply. The English track, like for example, software, and the Korean track. I am in the Korean track. I am in biology.
She has to be fine.
Yeah, you actually need a minimum of topic 4. That's the minimum. Like if you don't have topic 4, you are not eligible to come
That's
to
not
something
enough
one.
to understand.
It's
all
not.
the
It's not.
classes.
It's not. So in my case, yeah, I got into the Korean track, and my major classes are in Korean. If you, for example, want to study mathematics or physics or
you gotta know Korean.
you gotta know Korean. There's no, because our classes are in Korean. Like my classes are in Korean. I have to say though that you can take the exam in English. That's why I got confused, I think.
Yeah.
The class is in Korean. Like the professor is speaking in Korean, but both the book, the slides, and most of the terminology is just like Konglish. So it does really help you, because it's not like I have to learn every Korean biological word, but I do my reports and the exam in English. So that's very good. But the class is actually in Korean. So if you want to understand the explanation, you gotta speak Korean. There's no other way out of it.
Yeah, and it's an easier way to make friends.
Oh,
you know,
indeed.
If you know Korean,
Indeed.
because no matter like how good they're at in English, of course everyone prefers their own native language.
Exactly.
You know, so it's a good like icebreaker if you know Korean, and like most people, they're just ready to help you. You know, so
Yeah, I think that's our biggest advice to you guys. And to wrap it up, to wrap this video up. So like, we are gonna give you our biggest tip for studying in Korea. Speak Korean.
learn Korean.
Learn Korean. Like, you can come here, study, and not know a single Korean word, and that's fine. Because as for studying and getting your degree and your diploma and everything, it's fine. But if you wanna have Korean friends, if you wanna feel and experience Korea as you should, I guess,
Yeah.
then
Because
you gotta speak Korean. It's the best way possible.
I don't think anyone comes here to just like live like when they were their own countries.
Exactly.
You know.
But I just know foreigners that have been here for 5 years and they don't speak Korean. They may understand something, but they are just not able to actually communicate in Korean. And I think, well, everyone has their own ways.
Yeah.
But for my experience, which has been 1 year, me knowing Korean has let me explore much more, has let me...
So much.
It's just much better.
So much. Even like when I go to coffee shop, you know, like I just speak with the, I don't know, like the owner or like the part-time worker, and you just become friends because you both speak Korean together, you know?
Yeah. And I have to say, like, Koreans are very shy when it comes to approaching foreigners.
Exactly.
And trust me, even if you speak Korean, it would be very weird that they will approach you because they are shy. But if you don't speak Korean, trust me, they won't approach you speaking English.
Exactly.
So you can be completely sure that if you are not the one speaking first, you are not gonna make friends.
Yeah, you gotta be a bit extrovert person.
Yeah, and
You're
if you know
coming.
that little bit of Korean, it's much better.
Yeah,
it's just
even
like
daily things, you
Exactly.
know, basic.
So that's our biggest tip. If you know Korean, that would make your experience much better.
More fun, yeah.
Yeah. Okay guys, so this was all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. We really hope that it was informative to you and useful.
And if you have any more questions that you want to ask, you can always comment and we can make like a part 2 of this video.
Yeah, there are many questions that
Yeah, we couldn't think.
exactly,
You know,
and we didn't want to make the video too
too
long.
long.
So any questions you want, we will be very happy to answer it for you guys.
Exactly.
So just let us know.
구독, 좋아요 부탁드리고
지금까지 엘린 카페였습니다. 감사합니다. 안녕히 가세요.
Bye bye.
안녕히 가세요.
Oop, I